Hello everybody. I'm going to make a real short video here. At least I believe it's going to be pretty short, and I hope I can get back in later on here and actually make a couple of videos. But anyway, so I guess it's not I guess, that's sarcasm. I'm sorry. It is that I see that the harvesters, for the first time, I see the harvesters are like gleeful and happy about their task at hand. I'm seeing this, okay, and everybody's enjoying the work. The harvesters are gleeful about making the harvest amongst all these thorns and thistles, and still gleeful about bringing in the grain, for the bread, and so let's get the harvest into the barn, right? And everybody seems to be pretty happy about it, no matter how much, the true harvesters are happy about the harvest, no matter how much thorns and thistles and what they have to get through to get their every little, kind of like the Marines, like, hey, we're not leaving anybody behind, we're getting every single every little kernel, every tiny little kernel, every seed, every head. Hey, we're not leaving anything behind. So, and I see everybody's really happy about it. Everybody's in a pretty good mood. No matter how much thorns and thistles, the harvesters are in a good mood. Yet, it's like I'm always the black sheep of the family. I am. Like, why is it that I'm like this grim reaper amongst the harvesters? What? Because my hands are like bleeding? I got blood on my hands? There's a lot of blood on a lot of people's hands. But hey, man, I'm the only one here pulling thorns and thistles. Yeah, everybody's just going straight for they're all trying to, it's like, I'm pulling the thorns and the thistles too, bundling them up for the fire. Yeah, I'm not the Grim Reaper. I mean, if that's the way you want to look at it, okay, but let's look at what we got here. Everybody's all right with the harvest part of it, and we got to harvest the weeds and you start talking the wheats and the tares with the harvesters, and they get all romantic about, well, the other part, the harvest, getting it into the barn, and right, that's awesome. But hey, we also got this other problem here with all these weeds and thorns and thistles, so I'm pulling thorns, I'm pulling weeds and thistles. I'm not the bad guy. I didn't put these thorns and thistles here. Just bundle them up for the fire. I'm not any kind of Grim Reaper. I don't think I am. Shouldn't be called such a thing. I'm not that. I'm not that. I mean, it's not the way I look at it. So anyway, one thing I'm supposed to mention here. No one's ever noticed this. Like one of David's mighty men, right in front of everybody, in front of all you all. I have taken weapons, and there's a lot of enemies right there. There's a lot of enemies. The supernatural, I've taken weapons from those enemies, taken the weapons from the enemies, and just plunged them right in the chest of how many enemies, right? And I've done it right in front of everybody. Nobody even saw it. Nobody saw it. Yeah, if you review the facts, I kind of, I've done that. I've taken weapons right out of the hands of the enemy use those weapons right against the enemy. Did it right in front of everybody, and nobody noticed. That's not deaf, that's blind. Or at least, well, it is, right? So, anyway, yeah. Love you guys. I do love you guys. Let's keep up the harvest. It's exciting. You know, I've been keeping my eye on what we're actually bringing in. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. You know, you look out there and, you know, all you see is thorns and weeds. But you start getting in there, there's still quite a bit to harvest in there. Everything ain't choked out. And I'm happy that everybody's in a good mood about this harvest, all the thorns and the thistles, and everybody's maintained a good mood. But hey, nobody else has to take part in this. I got it on my own. I'll take care of the thorns and thistles. I got it. Yeah? Okay? If anybody wants to help, you know, I'm not going to complain, but I realize until, well, I've proven something, like the burden of proof of everything that I've said is still on me. Seems how everything I've said seems to be brand new to everybody. And so the burden of proof is on me. Well, I've kind of known this ever since the beginning. I've actually known this since I was I don't know, half my lifetime ago, when I was like 22 years old and I looked like I was 12 and nobody was going to listen to me back then because, well, you know, I just looked like a little boy. So, you know, here I am. Still kind of young looking, but, you know, there should be a lot more gray in there. I guess I found the fountain of youth. I'm not too sure. But anyway, I've been waiting around for the old wise man to step out somewhere and say something, and he just nobody ever did. So I just finally kind of, look, I was pretty happy and comfortable with my life, you know. I really actually didn't have to do anything to stay pretty happy and comfortable for the rest of my life. But anyway, yeah, I'm here to help everybody else. So that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know. There's been a lot of odd things going on lately, and I haven't had a chance to finish up a couple things that needed to be said, but yeah, the burden of proof is on me. I've known that for 22, 23 years. The burden of proof is on me, and what I mean by that is, oh well, it's pretty obvious what I mean by that, but 22 years ago, it was so obvious to me that we lived in the generation of the Doubting Thomas generation. And it was pretty clear to me that I was going to have to give this generation some holes to put their hands into. Right? You know, I mean, that's how it was. That's how I understood it. Doubting Thomas generation needs, you know, like, blessed are those who believe without seeing, but this is the generation that won't ever believe unless they see. Doesn't matter what you say to them, they're never going to hear it. They're deaf and blind and all that. So, you know, our Heavenly Father extends this one last opportunity for this generation to put their hands in the holes. You know, that Doubting Thomas thing. And that's how I always understood it. But then, and this was kind of cool, you know, there won't be any holes for anybody to put their hands into, but then, you know, it kind of morphed into this understanding of, it is a Doubting Thomas spirit that we're trying to defeat here. Okay, but it's more like if Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were the Doubting Thomases, and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego needed to see somebody else walk through the fire first. Yeah, it's kind of like the Doubting Thomases, the Doubting Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego generation that's going to need to walk through fire. There are Doubting Thomases, and they, you know, they're going to need to see somebody else walk through fire first. That. So, yeah. You know, seems like all of a sudden I feel like I'm going to talk for like 6 hours, and I know that can't happen, but this is like a good place to stop. Love you guys. Yeah. I really do. Well, the burden of proof is on me.